Whoa! You know, I'm not the biggest fan of drama, but I'm starting to notice that drama and mecha can go pretty well together, as long as the drama is pretty deep stuff. And man, the drama in Schwarzes Marken here is deep! This episode seems to be the ending of the introductory arc of this series, and this arc has totally worked for me. It did everything I pretty much wanted it to do, and more. So in episode 3 of Schwarzes Marken, wow, such an awkward name for an anime, Katia is in a bunker which protects a town from the beta monsters, and Theodore is contemplating saving her, even though he doesn't really have to. Then later on, he and the political girl talk about the commander, as they both have quite different perspectives on her. Political girl thinks that the commander is actually a good person, despite Theodore thinking the commander is secretly a bad person. And what do you know, political girl actually convinces Theodore that the commander is good. This idea is further solidified as the commander, through some interesting tactics, sends Theodore and Paranoid Girl to save Katia whilst they're on a mission to do something else. Meanwhile, you guessed it, the bunker where Katia is gets invaded by the beta, and everyone except for Katia dies horribly. Well, points to this anime for not holding back in the horror department. I think this anime really did need that horror element in order to make me actually give a shit about everything that's happening, as people are in genuine danger from an unstoppable enemy here. It is slightly off-putting that Katia and her quote-unquote sister were literally the only survivors and they got saved at the last minute, but I think all that can be forgiven because A, Katia needs to have experienced that kind of war horror in order to develop her motivation for getting both sides of Germany together, and B, there was this epic badass explosion at the end, and it was badass to the point where I got distracted from the said cliche. So yeah, this was another very dramatic episode that wasn't diluted with the action, as the action was necessary to enforce the development of the characters. Do we all see why I'm not dropping this anime anytime soon? We finally get a reason to like Theodore and the commander, as they begin to grow a better bond between themselves, and their actions in this episode prove that they can be good people even if they aren't totally likable as of yet. And that cliffhanger at the end though, sheesh, the next episode isn't going to be awkward for Theodore at all, is it?